Back to Michy and Thibaud. 7-6 to Thibaud. 2 down. 6-1, obvious. Love the baffle box. 6-4 could be an argument for making the deuce point, but this is, yeah, this puts in a blocky. So I would run all the way here, I think, to take advantage of the strip mid. This is Thibaud's in agreement, so 6-2 is going to have to come out. Thibaud's got a bunch of shots, like 18, 19 shots. That's going to hit. 2-1. Difficult. Could there be an argument for making the 23? It's so stiff and ugly. So this is fine. I mean, it can't be right to make the 23 because this is nowhere near a cube. The tap on the table after the shake of the dice, the actual shake, but before the delivery onto the board and the board itself. You can see they're sort of having a little discussion. Hit on the ace. This has got to be the right play, but it doesn't have to be a hit, but it looks like it's going to be. And Michy is continuing his strategy, if it is a strategy of playing quickly. Yep, this looks right, and this is a good number. This is not friendly because you can't really play safe. Okay. I'm just thinking about the speed with which they're playing. It sort of becomes a thing that if your opponent plays fast, you need to show that you can keep up. That's a pretty obvious play. I mean, I think Thibaud's still favourite, definitely after making the anchor. Michy's got a sort of a disjointed position with 2 men on the ace. This is tricky and needs a little bit of thought. Do you just safety? Yeah, this was what I was thinking. I don't think this is a cube, so this is like got to be a very easy take. And I hope I got the score right. It is to 11, and Thibaud is leading 7-6. And no harm in thinking about it, but I don't think Mitch is going to pass. I mean, Thibaud's definitely got a pretty strong position. Initially, I didn't think it was a cube. Why didn't I think it was a cube? It was just sort of my gut, my instant appraisal of the position. But maybe looking at it further, it might well be a small double. So this is not one of the best numbers. I don't know if this is right, leaving 1-4, 1-6. Maybe 1-6 is duplicated. Maybe this is a good play. So now he has 4s. He would have had 2s had he brought 2 men down, and I think my play wouldn't have hit. So that's a great advantage of that play, is that it gave him more numbers to hit, and he did in fact hit. So he's going to have to come out to the 16 and then clean up to the 8. It's not a bad number. I'm again maybe under-evaluating the liability of Mitch's blot on the 2 points. So maybe this is the correct play. Again, well played, and good instincts. Even if it is wrong, it's a sort of a reasonable. So, what are we looking at here? We're looking at duping some numbers, possibly. I guess now he cleans it up. This dupes the 3, but you can also play 6-5. This is a great number. It's going to make the 3 point, I think. Is it not? And now I've said it, I'm going to have to stick to my guns, but I do see the value in coming down. Not that I didn't see the play, but I think this is better because of the fans that can transpire, that can happen. Now this is a technical play. I am liable to come out in these positions. It doesn't dupe, unfortunately, dupe the one, but the idea is that Michy can only hit one of those checkers, and he doesn't get to make a point on Thibaud's head when he hits, which is the general argument in favour of coming out from your opponent's board. And even though leaving more numbers to get hit by. So this leaves threes, 5, 3, 4, 3, double 4. This is one of the best numbers. So it looks like Thibaud should point. I mean, that's what screams out at me to try and make the deuce and take the risk, but there are two blots lying out there, and of course Thibaud knows this. He's just like thinking it through, which is absolutely correct. And he's got 18 minutes. Didn't even notice. That could well be right. So now you only leave the 1-4 and the 1-6 and 3-4, but you unfortunately don't get a chance to hit that checker. And now you don't get a chance to hit that one either. I didn't have enough time to consider how the 1-4 would played had he stayed, but I think I would have probably stayed.
6, I don't know.
This looks like it's going to have to come out. I mean, you want to come out anyway. The race has got to be close. Although there are definitely some arguments for not coming out. I mean, coming out could very well be very wrong. So coming out leaving 6s and 3s, which is 26 or 27 numbers. I can't be bothered to go through them. I should know it, but I don't. So you get missed a fair amount of the time, 9 times. If you come to the... Yeah, okay. I won't have any more time to discuss it, but the idea is that if you come to the 22, you're just going to have to get missed, and then you're going to be wanting to come out the next go. So it's just a sort of a sort of double jeopardy idea, or delayed jeopardy. And he does miss, and he can't safety both of them. Is that legal? Is that legal? And so that's another boon of the coming out plays, that Michy gets a situation where he gets missed and has a shot, which is an infrequent eventuality, but still it came up here and it does happen. But you see that the race is close, and now Richard's got a hell of a lot of race equity. He's just stopping to take stock. Obviously, he knows immediately it's not a recue, but he's just trying to see what the lay of the land is. Wow, is this a recue? I must have missed. This doesn't look like a recube to me. Did I miss? Of course, that's a great number. Interesting. I do know Thibaud's got 25% take point there, or 24 point something, which is high. When you think about most take points are lower when you exclude gammons. Okay, no, but after that sequence, Mitch is still pretty big favourite. Okay. I was a bit lost to be perfectly honest with the cube, but yeah, I mean the recube, Thibaud can pass and go. Sorry, Thibaud's take point isn't 25% at all. So if he passes, he goes 4 away, 3 away, so he's got 43%. What's the take point at the recube? Maybe it's something like 26.
How many pips you were ahead when you kept the 4? 3, 4 pips? No, more. More? Okay, I count that.
Anyway, Michy
You miscounted, I guess.
goes to Crawford, and I just don't have enough time to keep up and do all the calculations.
Okay. Okay. Look. Oh.
Trying to win a gammon is just the obvious thing, and Michy just desperately trying not to get hit, and he's going to get hit with 8 numbers here. That's not one of those. I don't know about making the field, but it can't be that bad. And Michy's a pretty good favourite to clean up, and that cleans up amazingly. And this cleans up a lot of the time, and that's a pretty good cleanup. And unfortunately, Thibaud's ace point game is kind of mistimed. Even after that, I mean, is that a good number or bad? It must be a good number for Michy, but he's still mistimed, meaning that by the time he gets a shot, there's a good chance that he won't be able to keep his best 4-point board with the 7-point making a 5 prime.
Good question.
Well, he might just hang on to his timing. Now, question is, does Michy leave a shot? Does he leave 6-3-6-4?
Now I hit.
Does he? No, he doesn't. I thought he might, actually. So, yeah, is that right? That looks like the play. I mean, why not make it a 0 position? Why not make it safe? So Mitch's 6-5 is going to be bad, but otherwise his 6s play well. And it looks like it's going to be over. So yeah, I mean, it looks like what I was saying is kind of right in that Thibaud's board is it's holding up at the moment, but it's liable to go at some point, or he's going to be forced off with 6s, and this is one of the things that you often have to keep an eye out for in games. Of course, Thibaud had no choice in the matter, but just looking at it, and that clears both points for sure. So, could that be the best roll for boxes?
Very difficult for me.
And now he has to come out and leave a bunch of numbers that are gonna point on him. And there are some shots here, like 6 of them or something. That's not the best number. So 6, 3, 5, 3, 4, 3, double 3, double 6, double 5, double 4, all going to leave shots.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, he has to preserve a 6, really.
Very, very, very difficult.
And
Dancing.
is he gonna?
I guess that's it.
Interesting. Mitch's recube. I'm gonna just rewind to it. I don't know what I didn't see.
Too late for Japanese style. Still. Oh.
So 8 checkers.
Oh, Japanese is too small for me.
All in good chair, which is nice to see. And I'm gonna pause it there. I'm gonna go back to the recube, wherever it was, somewhere here. So the pip count is 28, 42, 64, 70, 72, 74, 16, 26, 33, 24, 57, 50, 72, 80, 84. 10 pips. Fair enough. But of course, Mitchy's got like all this wastage, and he's got a no men on the 5 point. Yeah, if Thibaud passes, then he goes 8-7 down, so he's got 43%. If he takes and wins, he wins the match. So, but if he takes and loses, he goes 10 away. He goes 4 away, 1 away. Crawford, which is 18%. So he's risking 25 to gain 57. Is that right? It's 25 over 82. How many 25s in 82? About more than 3. So the take point is pretty high. It could be 29%. So Mitch has definitely got a recube. And I would just go for the take by the very fact that Mitch has got such a bad structure, even though he's 10 pips up. But I could be wrong. I'm not going to put into XG, but yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, the take point is high. That seems right because Mitch is 6-7 down. And when you do the match equity, if I haven't completely fucked it up, it's kind of corroborates that. So yeah, it looks like it was all correct, and nice to see a match with a good um, clear image and played at a very good speed. I don't know if I could manage to stop myself from like thinking a bit more, but it's very admirable to play at a good pace if you can do it. It shows that you've got good instincts and you're making fairly quick calculations. So yeah, a good match to watch, and I hope people enjoyed the commentary or and or analysis. And see you later sometime.